鏡の前ピタッと並ばされてこれが永遠なって勝手に決め
Good morning. I probably shouldn't be in the sun since I don't have any SPF on, but you might be wondering why I look like this. Yeah, today is the day after Disney. My whole body hurt, so tired. Yesterday started off very early. We woke up around 5:45 because we were aiming to get to the park by 7:45, 8 o'clock because the park opened at 8:30 and we thought that that would be enough, but oh my goodness, the amount of people that were there already and rushing to park entrance was literally insane.
Oh my goodness, everybody's running. This is insane. Oh, we have to go through there and then out that way. Oh jeez! Wait, I thought you go in over here.
We were just so surprised at how many people there were going in. There's like a whole maze almost. Like we just kept sneaking for at least half an hour in order to get into the park. So thank goodness we took a cab because I feel like we would have to walk a little bit further if we didn't. And cab was really quick. It took us 45 minutes from where we stayed. So after you go through all of that sneaking, you finally get to the entrance where they do security check. They have a left and right side, so either side is fine. It's the same, just depends on the security guard who is checking and how fast they are. So they split into like multiple lines, and our security guard was super fast, but she was like very thorough. She made sure to look through every little pocket and just to make sure that we didn't bring anything like dangerous. One note is that they do not allow selfie sticks, so make sure you don't bring one because they will make you put it into a locker which requires a number from China, or they would confiscate it until the end of the night so that you will have to come back and get it from them by the end of the night around 10:30. So once we got into the park, it was all fair game basically. Entrance was pretty straightforward. We just scanned the tickets, I think from the app.
We just finally got through security check. Afterwards, you go in and then there's more lines, more people, and it's a long line to get to the actual entrance of the park to scan your tickets.
We got in at like 8:30 on the dot. That was supposedly when the park had opened.
Finally in Shanghai Disney. Let's go.
We beelined over to TRON, which is one of their most popular rides. We waited in the standby line. It said I would take 50 minutes, but I think it took about 45, which is pretty accurate. That ride was really fun. You basically sit in a motorcycle and then they shoot you off, and it's like a roller coaster type ride. The only thing I didn't like about it was that you lay down like you're riding a motorcycle. So it was really hard to keep your head up to look and see everything, but all the graphics and everything that they did for that ride is really cool. Checking 1 2 1 2. Mother-in-law now, so then I had to go and get ready, but then husband wouldn't get up, so they just went to go have breakfast while I get to finish up the vlog. So from TRON, we planned on beelining over to Zootopia and then just taking a look at everything that was in between. There was Toy Story Land, little kids ride, some other really cool rides, but we decided that we didn't want to do them, so we just walked over towards Zootopia, and in between you will find the 7 Dwarfs. And when we saw the 7 Dwarfs, we heard that it was really good, but the wait was about 90 minutes at the time, and we were like, nope. Went straight to Zootopia. When we got there was already like a wait to get in, and this was around like 10:30. The wait was about 80 minutes for just getting into Zootopia Land, and then another 50 minutes for it scared me. I put the tripod on the bottle because it wasn't tall enough. Hot Pursuit, that's what it's called. It would take us over like 2 hours just to get into the land and onto the ride. And because our time was so limited, we wanted to make sure that we hit all of the attractions, see some shows along the way. We were just like, okay, this is not worth it. I asked one of the staff if we had gotten the fast pass, would we be able to just get into Zootopia Land? So she was like, yes, but you won't be able to see the interactive portion of the wait. Like their rides, they build out this whole space that you get to look at things while you wait to get into the land. We were all like, oh, that's fine, you know, like we don't have to wait to get in. Like 80 minutes is a long time. We ended up buying the fast pass for Zootopia Hot Pursuit, which by the way is hot tip, but our entry was not until 1:30. Fast pass was about $25 per person for that one specific ride, but we thought it was worth it because you get into the land without having to wait. That's like 2 hours that we're saving on waiting time, and then we have a specific time frame that we can come back. So after we bought the fast pass, we decided to explore some more. We went to go check Seven Dwarfs to see how long for the wait, and it was up to like 120 minutes. So we were like, nope, not doing that. Then we decided to go straight to the Pirates of the Caribbean. That ride was about a 60-minute wait, but it didn't feel like it. It felt much faster. It was a great ride.
Why does it feel like we're lifting?
We all enjoyed it. It was multiple 5-seaters, and we kind of sat all the way in the back. It was still really enjoyable and very immersive. Definitely worth the hype. Oh, but they do speak in Mandarin, so we were kind of lost on what they were saying, but it's still very enjoyable because the graphics are insane. From there, we went to Tortuga's Treats to get some turkey legs for like a quick lunch. Between the 5 of us, we shared 2 turkey legs. So much better than I thought it would be. It's not as salty as the one in the States, and they have this like garlic chili sauce on top. They also give you gloves so that you don't have to dirty your hands and you can really get in there. From what I remembered in the States, they always have this little piece of paper that's wrapped around the bottom of the turkey leg, and then you just kind of go at it, but then you can never get the bottom portions because I guess people just don't eat those parts. And I noticed that the turkey legs are actually a little smaller here, which makes me think whether or not that's just how turkey's size is supposed to be, you know? Everything in America is just so much bigger. But it was like a good portion for us to share and just like enjoy between the 5 of us. From there, we went to find some more snacks. We saw this combo at this treat stand. It's called the Adventure Isle Corn Dog. This combo included a drink, a corn dog, and then this grapefruit fry, which was really interesting by Lay's. So that corn dog is pretty interesting. The hot dog itself is not as good as the ones in the States, but the outside is covered in fish floss, which is basically dried fish but shredded. It's got this like very savory umami flavor. We got the Dai Hong Po milk tea latte, and definitely do not recommend that. It is not good. It's so sweet, but can't really taste any tea flavor, so skip that. But the grapefruit fries, we were all very pleasantly surprised. Like, it's crispy, and then the outside has like a little bit of the grapefruit flavor, but it's like a little bit bitter and has a little bit of a cooling sensation. I don't know how else to describe it, but a little bit of like the yaozi tang. That was surprisingly good. That combo was actually pretty worth it. I think the total was about $80 for the combo. We stopped to see the Pirates of the Caribbean stunt show, and that was so good. Highly recommend. At first, I had very low expectations, but it was actually really fun to watch, and it was pretty interactive too. Even though they were speaking in Mandarin, we couldn't really understand too much, but we still all enjoyed it. We were all laughing and enjoying the show itself. And then it was time for us to go back to Zootopia finally. 1:30 was our entrance time, so we ran over to Zootopia. Man, the fast pass, you just give it to them and then they just do it and go straight in. It was the best $25 we ever spent. Even when we got back, it was still the same amount of wait, maybe a little bit longer. So thankfully we got it, and then we were able to just go in. We went straight to the ride first so that we could have some time to enjoy the rest of the Zootopia land. That ride, we loved it so much. Very immersive as well, like 3D Disney type. It was a lot of fun. We all really enjoyed it. At first, I think I didn't feel it as much as a simulator, but then halfway into the ride, you really start feeling it, and it was great. Very family friendly, and highly recommend getting a fast pass to get into the Zootopia land, unless you're like going straight there from when it opens. You can tell they really put a lot of thought and money into creating this part of the park because it was just so cute, and just all the little details were amazing. One of the traffic lights, they have one for like super tall animals like giraffes, and then they had like a shorter light for smaller animals as well. We also saw like these people holding this giant popsicle walking around, and we were like, oh my god, what is that? And we actually thought it was like a giant popsicle. We found out that it was actually just like a giant popsicle shaped marshmallow covered in chocolate. So we almost got that, but when we saw the price, it was like $20 USD. So we were like, nope. But what we did wanted to try was the ginger flavored ice cream. At first I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, but we decided to get one cone to share just to try the ice cream. I got like the bottom portion of the cone because my husband doesn't really eat ginger, so I gave a whole bunch of the ice cream so that they can have more. But then once I tasted it, I was like, maybe that was a mistake. Of course, you know, me being me, I went back online and then I got my own ice cream cone because it was so yummy. It tastes like ginger milk pudding. It was so good, and just the design of it is like so adorable. The bottom of the ice cream cone is in the shape of a carrot.
So good.
We also tried the Pawpsicle. About $40 RMB, I think. But I felt like that one wasn't worth it, to be honest. It was hawthorn flavor, which is basically like sour fruit. To me, it was really sweet. All the others all enjoyed it. The Pawpsicle was more of a photo op, I feel like.
What's so top? I'm not trying.
So instead of getting that, I went to go get another ice cream cone. The lines were really quick for all of the foods. I would highly recommend yourself getting onto WeChat Pay so that the process of paying is a lot quicker. From there, we went to go see the Zootopia Pre-parade. It's just the parade before the big parade. Judy and Nick drove down in the little cop car. Not little, they were huge. And then you have the adorable tiger. And I tried to catch his little ears flapping. It was so cute. It just reminded me of my little Shih Tzu with his little ears. After the pre-parade came the actual parade, which was like amazing. I would highly recommend waiting for the parade. It took about like 10-15 minutes before the actual parade started, so don't leave after the pre-parade. Wait for the actual parade as well. My only advice is just get yourself a good spot. The costumes, the designs of all the floats, and the music, everything was just so good. And then that timing after the parade coincided with the performance that happens in front of the castle. So we went straight to the castle and got ourselves a good spot right in the middle. And then all the characters that just did the parade came onto the castle and did their thing. I think my favorite part was probably when Aladdin came out with Jasmine in this giant elephant air balloon. That was super duper cool.
Oh my gosh! Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky, a whole new world, 100,000 dreams to see. Wow, look at Elsa's dress.
This is the time that we decided to buy Soaring because we saw that the wait time was not going down, and the earliest timing for the Soaring Fast Pass was at 7 p.m. And we were a little concerned because we wanted to be on time to watch the fireworks, and then there's also like a projection on the castle that we wanted to make sure we watch. So that happens at 7:50. So 7 o'clock is already pushing it, but we were just like, there's no choice, you know, like either we wait 2 hours or we get the Fast Pass and hopefully be done with it. We were thinking about buying the Fast Pass for the Dwarfs, but we were like, let's just go see how long the wait is. And then when we got there, it was a 135-minute wait, and we were just like, this is insane. We looked over to the single rider's time and it said 105, and we were like, you know what, let's just try it and see where it goes. If it takes too long, then we'll just get out of the line and do something else. But the line actually wasn't too long. It was halfway into the lineup area. From there, we waited about 30 to 40 minutes. The ride itself was really fun, but it was literally a minute long or less. So we were just all so happy we didn't buy a fast pass for that because we would feel like that wasted $25. We had a bit of time in between. After Dwarfs, we passed by this treat spot. We got the Disney churros here, and it is not your traditional churro. It does not have the sugar. It's just like drizzled with some chocolate, and the seasonal flavor was the Loquat Pear. And I would say it's like pretty good. It's not too sweet, which is great. Perfect for all of our taste buds, basically. We walked back to Adventure Isle, and then everybody was holding this corn everywhere. My husband was craving for it the entire day. We saw the spot that sold the corn, and it was called Captain's Kettle, and we ordered 3 corn in total. So when I took a bite of that corn, I was like, oh my goodness, it's a flavor bomb. So I told him, you gotta get back in line because we can't share one.
So good. I should have got my own. Get back online.
Okay.
I felt so bad because my poor husband has been waiting for this all day, but he wanted his own as well, so I shouldn't feel too guilty. So from there, we went to Soaring because it was at 7 p.m. We arrived just on time and we got right in at 7, so we were the first in line for that timing. Everybody started piling in after us with the fast passes, so thank goodness. When she was trying to seat us, I asked her, can we sit in the middle? She was like, oh, the middle's all filled, do you mind waiting? And then we were like, no, we'll wait for the next one. She was so nice. It was so worth the wait because it was all of their first times sitting in Soaring, and you just have to sit in the middle of the globe because you get the best experience.
That was amazing.
The wait and the ride itself took about 30 minutes, so by the time we got out, it was around 7:35, 7:40, so we like ran towards the castle, and by then, oh my gosh, a sea of people in front of the castle. We couldn't even see the people all the way in the front of the castle. We were standing by basically the main street. The fireworks are totally worth it. It's not as grand as the ones that I've seen in the States, but the castle projection is always the best part, and then the fireworks is just like the plus, you know. Luckily, I've been blessed to be able to see these projections, so I didn't have to really fight with people to watch. If there's any tip that I would give, get there early. They had a second showing, but we were like, oh, we're tired, you know, we want to go shopping and buy stuff after watching the fireworks, and a lot of people had the same idea as us. Our experience leaving the park was insane. We went to go shop first, and when you walk into the shops, there are so many of these people walking up to you and then whispering in your ear and saying, do you need discount? And I was just like, no, why are you so close? It was so crowded, like literally you're shoulder to shoulder trying to get through the store. My advice is leave Disney. Just leave. Because Disney Town is just outside and around the corner, and literally just right outside the park. Once you leave the park, it's right there on the right. There is another Disney store, sells the same stuff, and it's wider. People are not like crushing you. I am having a PTSD moment. I bought my nieces these cute, adorable little turning red towels, sweater, jacket thingy. It's like really cozy. I'm so excited for them to get it. They're really huge, but I use like this vacuum seal bag to wrap it up. There's also this really cute hoodie that we tried to look for everywhere, but it was sold out unfortunately, so it would have been the perfect hoodie for us to wear around because I didn't bring that many long sleeve. But yeah, that was our Shanghai Disneyland recap. Overall, it was a great day. Our feet was so tired by the end of the day. I highly recommend wearing really comfortable shoes and rest when you can. But yeah, that was my experience at Disneyland Shanghai. Hope you enjoyed watching the tips and tricks. This video is probably gonna be really long, so I don't know if I should just like do a whole separate one just for food, because the food was so much better than I expected. When I went on Reddit, people said that it is kind of just like American food, and I think it's actually far from that. It is American style, but I like it more here. If that makes sense. It was really good. We just had a little bite here and there, so maybe I'll do like a more detailed video on just the food itself. So if you want to watch the video of me just talking about the food, make sure to subscribe because I'll be uploading that soon, or hit that video right here when I upload it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe for more videos in the future. Yeah, bye.